You're listening to the Shaun of the South podcast, brought to you by Food City, dedicated to providing you, their valued customer, with top quality products at the best value every day. From certified Angus beef to locally grown produce and in-store made baked goods, nobody does food like Food City. Find a store conveniently located near you at foodcity.com. Shaun of the South starts now. Before we got married, Jamie and I took a mandatory church marriage class. The Baptist church would not marry anyone without this rigorous class because they ran the very real risk that unschooled couples would engage in premarital relations, which is not only responsible and reckless, but could also lead to dancing. So the idea was, after 8 weeks of rigorous marriage training, couples would receive an official certificate trimmed in gold with their names on it, and this certificate would prove to the world, without a doubt, that the couples were spiritually and emotionally prepared to take the multiple choice exam in the back of the book. Thus, my future wife and I arrived at the fellowship hall each week to participate in courses to prepare us for cohabitation. These courses featured many fun games, which the workbook termed marital building exercises, many of which were developed by actual professional marriage book authors, some of whom were still married. One such exercise was the egg test. In this game, the future bride balances an egg on a spoon clenched between her teeth. She wears a blindfold and walks across the room. Then the future husband stands on the opposite side of the room, over by the piano. He uses only his words to guide his mate through an obstacle course made entirely of folding chairs, which represent the confusing maze of life. Tacked to the chairs are post-it notes labeled with various day-to-day marriage problems, such as car trouble, or bills, career, children, the threat of nuclear war, sharing the covers, etc. The woman, meantime, stumbles over chairs, spoon held in her mouth, and thus is forced to either trust her mate or remove her blindfold and declare that her mate is a horse's ass. Now, I realize that this game probably sounds quite nonsensical and ridiculous to non-Baptists, but this exercise does in fact equip young couples with the wisdom needed for facing the increasingly common threat of folding chairs. But I'm getting off track here. As of last December, my wife and I have been married for 22 years. We are happy, and we do not balance eggs anymore unless absolutely necessary. Still, marriage class was extremely valuable, mainly because many times we remember that class and we end up laughing so hard that one of us has a urinary event. Throughout the years, we have laughed a lot. I've always enjoyed making this woman laugh. Some years back, doctors found something wrong in my wife's breast, and that was truly a bad day. We did what all couples do during such trials. We tried not to talk about it. We tried to lead normal lives. We went to biopsies. We did all that. At night, we would lie in bed and hold each other, and I remained awake, smelling her hair, feeling the smoothness of her skin, and praying silently. After months of waiting and worrying, the doctor gave us good news. I cried in the exam room right in front of the doctor, and I'll never forget how that felt. Oh, what a day. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this, except that today I was in my storage shed digging around, and I found something. It was a dusty box of books, a cardboard box. I opened it, and I found an old, faded workbook with rolled pages and tattered cover. The book made me laugh. It made me sniff. Because in the back pages was a certificate with 2 names on it, trimmed in gold. 2 names that do not sound right unless they are said together. Shaun and Jamie. No eggs were harmed in the recording of this podcast. Well, thanks for listening to Sean of the South. I've been your host today, Sean Dietrich, and it has been a true privilege. To find out anything more about what I do, you can visit SeanDietrich.com, or for those who are not particularly good spellers, you can visit SeanOfTheSouth.com, and there you can find out all sorts of information that you didn't know you didn't need to know about me. And while you're there, I hope you take the time to drop me a line. Tell me what's important to you. Tell me what's going on in your life. I'd like to hear it. And in case anyone hadn't told you today already, I love you. Now go say that to somebody else. Have a great day.